Welcome to MANTA'S video, and here's today's top 10. Enjoy.
Alright, greetings people. Welcome to another installment of MANTA'S video top 10. Today, for the first time, it's my top 10. That's right, my top 10 right here. And we're going to do the top 10 horror movies. Movies that I love, that were dear to me. And it's like a lot of things to do with like cable and everything, growing up with some of these videos. So you'll find out that most of these movies are basically from the 80s. And to help me do my top 10 list is once again my girl Desiree King. Welcome back to the show. And also my man Bobby Soul, he's back as well. Okay, so we're going to get it started off with my number 10 movie. My number 10 movie is from 1980 and it's Maniac. Now Maniac was a movie that I seen at the Fox Theater when it first came out. And if you do the math, I was probably like 13, 14, so I had no business being in there. but I still seen it. The movie was great. This movie was basically done with what they call
shoestring budget?
No, shoestring budget, but no, guerrilla photography.
Yeah.
They do the guerrilla thing where they were going to places in New York. They weren't supposed to be there. They had no permits or nothing like that.
Wow, I didn't
know
that.
It was great. Yeah, Joe Spinell, who was great from Rocky and well, was he in Godfather?
Yep.
He was Godfather, right? Yeah. Joe Spinell, he was good in it.
He was the villain, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a good one. And here's the interesting thing about this movie. Carolyn Monroe was in it. She was only supposed to be in it shortly, like a small part. Oh. But her boyfriend, he helped executive produce the movie, and he gave money for funding for it. And he's like, yo, I'm giving some money, put my girl in there a little bit longer, you know what I mean? So then that's how she wound up being in it.
Question, was this movie ever on cable?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
100%.
Prisms, HBO?
Yeah, yes.
Both?
Yes, no, probably more like a Prism movie, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
I saw it on VHS.
Yeah, that was a great movie. I was lucky to see that. And okay, well that was that movie. And now number 9 is another classic movie. I seen this movie at the drive-in right here in Edgewater at the Super 130. My mom actually took me up. 1979. Tall Man, Jebediah Morningside. This is Phantasm. Don Coscarelli. Great movie. They had plenty of sequels, but this movie was one of those movies that had the aura to it. It was just like Halloween and all that other stuff, where it had good aura to it. You were young, you watched it.
Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah, it was scary. You watched it, you felt like, oh my God.
Didn't need a lot of killings. The aura was good enough.
Yeah, exactly. And I used to always have this funny thing, like, back in the day they had the Nintendo Game Boy, and I always go around with anger screaming. I go, "You play a good game, boy!" I was like, yo, so everybody thought that was funny. That was one of my own little classified joke. Yeah. Oh yeah, matter of fact, there it is right there.
Yeah, look.
The ball is back. Thank you, Matt. Matt made that 3D printed. He made the ball there for Phantasm. Number 9, my number 9 movie, great movie. I love it. Now, we just talked about that. I'm back at the Fox. I'm back at the Fox for number 8. Once again, same year, 1979. John Frankenheimer, Prophecy. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? It breathes, it lives,
I saw that over here the first time.
Yeah, I seen it over there at the Fox. We had that in the movies in the back. We watched it in the back. Great movie. This movie also, it had Talia Shire off her Rocky fame and everything. Robert Foxworth, my boy, who was just chilling with my girl Elizabeth Montgomery. And it had Armin Asante. Armin Asante was in it, the young Armin Asante. And I got to give a shout out. I can never forget about my boy Kevin Peter Hall, who played Monsters Galore. Obviously, he played the Predator in Predator 1 and 2.
Yes.
Harry and the Hendersons. And he was the monster in the closet. He was everywhere. And also, he was just always playing the creatures.
This is the one with the giant bear, right?
Yep.
Love that.
And also we'll mention
pushes over the car.
We'll mention Kevin Peter Hall later on this list because he does make a return. But Prophecy, I love the way the bear was. He was a creature. There was mercury poisoning in the water coming from the wood mill and whatnot. And Robert Foxworth was set out there to find out what was going on. He found out what was going on, and
good special effects too.
Yeah, for that time, practical effects. Because another side note, and another movie that's coming up on this list, another connection. So we got 2 connections. McLaughlin, who directed Tom McLaughlin, who directed Friday the 13th Part 6, he also doubled as the creature in certain parts of the movie with Kevin Peter Hall. Yeah, so that's a nice classic right there. So Prophecy, I seen that with my boy Shihan Chow right across the street here. We went to the Fox to see that. Great movie. Now, we go into my number 7 movie. My number 7 movie It's great. This is a movie that had the tagline that Angela was having a party and Jason and Freddie were too scared to come.
I like
And
that.
this is The Legend of Hull House, and this is from 1988, Night of the Demons.
Violent
Didn't you
movie.
guys see Night of the Demons?
Yep.
Did you
Violent
see
movie.
Yeah, it was a classic movie. Angela was great. Mimi Kincaid was great as Angela, and it also had Scream Queen Leanna Quigley in there. She was known for horror movies and whatnot, and she was good in this movie. It was a classic movie, and oddly enough, this is one of the few movies. There's a few movies in history, and I need to touch on one of my other men, which I'll do at some later date, Mr. Ken Foree. But the black dude in this movie lived. It's a rarity in a horror movie.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so this black guy, he actually made it through. He
That's
left the
true.
party. He knew what to do and all that.
Ken Foree died at the end of Dawn of the Dead.
Now, Ken Foree, that's what I'm saying.
He survived
Ken Foree survived 4
Okay.
horror movies.
Good job, yeah.
He survived Phantom of the Mall. He survived Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's right, that's
That's
right.
right.
Where he survived that one. And the thing is, they had him, another fact, they had him killed off in that. And there was something else that happened in the movie, and they said, you know what, this ain't right. So they added another scene and extended him. When the scene when he was supposed to be dead, that boy came back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Ken Foree survived about 3-4 horror movies, and he said they called himself the Black Angel. When I met him at the convention, he said that's what they call me, the Black Angel. So Ken Foree, he's the king. If they make an award for black people that survive movies, Ken Foree, they'll sculpt the
original survivor.
the original survivor.
Because, you know,
Yep.
black people don't survive horror
Yes,
movies,
yep, so
especially
not-
not in the 80s.
Yep, so Night of the Demons was a great classic movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. They did make a few sequels, and then
That's
Mr.
a little
K,
under the radar goodie.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
K, she reprised her role as Angela in those movies, so it was good. Now my number 6 horror movie of all time is a cable favorite from 1980 with my boy Doug McClure and Annie Turkel, and it was directed by Barbara Peters, and this movie was Humanoids from the Deep. Oh, classic! I just love it. We just watched it last year for the Horrorthon in our mystery movie thing. It was a great movie. I love it. It was, like I said, Prism cable favorite. Loved it.
They
Watched
had
it
all
every
the
time it came
underground
on.
favorite
Prism,
horror
yeah.
movies.
Yes,
Prism.
they did. That's how they got
Yep.
down. And this was a Roger Corman movie, and Roger Corman, when the way things were going back in the 80s and stuff like that, they wanted when Peters was directing the movie and he looked at it, he was like, yo, this is the 80s, what you doing? There ain't enough nudity in there. I need some more TNA. so she's got credited for it, but somebody else came in and shot a lot of scenes where you see that we like for us young little kids in 1980. He's like, oh yeah.
You had that in the
Stuff like
backyard
that.
too, right?
Yeah. Humanoids,
That's a good backyard nighttime movie.
Yeah, Humanoids from the Deep. Great classic. Did you see that, Des?
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that one?
Yeah.
And they asked, in the 1995, they had a remake with I believe William Catt and Emma Samms. And yeah, that was all right. They kind of kept it through the regular thing, so it was cool. It held up okay. And that was great. Now my number 5 movie on the list, which I had to proudly stand up and see that it's right here, you know, illustrated, and that's 1983 Sleepaway Camp
Oh boy.
with another Angela, mind you.
Never seen it.
Never seen it. We got to get Des in the lab. She got to see this. Oh my God, the classic. We won't talk about too much of it, but everybody knows its lore. It had a surprise ending. It was crazy. This movie had James Earl Jones' father in it. Oh, by the way, yeah, he was in it, and you can tell it's him. He's got the deep voice, and he looks like him.
Wow.
So that was crazy to see.
How many
him.
sequels does this one have?
That's had about like 4. I think I even got it down here. The survival camp kit right here.
That's beautiful
Yep.
because I don't know if I've seen at least 3 and 4.
Yeah, and matter of fact, Pamela Springsteen, Bruce's sister, she took over the role.
Wow.
Yeah, and for 2 and 3, I believe. But yeah, so Sleepaway Camp.
Nice underrated classic.
Yeah, and they have Return to Sleepaway Camp, which came out later. But this movie was classic. It's a typical thing where you want kids at a camp, and a lot of crazy things is going on. People are falling and dying one by one. I mean, it wasn't some of the greatest kills. It was kind of funny, but there were some good kills. The movie just has that lore from it, that 1980s feel, and it was classic. And Angela did a great job.
Yeah,
Felicia
well
Rose
made.
was wonderful. Yeah, I love that movie. And now, finally, this is Camp Crystal Lake. So what would it be? Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't have a Friday the 13th movie on it.
Yes.
And my favorite movie is part 6, which is Jason Lives, Friday the 13th part
Now, why
6.
is that? Why part 6?
Because what it is After part 5, that a lot of people didn't like because they kind of faked you out. It wasn't a real chasing, and people were kind of upset about that. So Tom McLaughlin came back, and he hit hard. He went ahead and said, I'm going to make this a real movie. I'm going to call up my boy Alice Cooper, get him to make a few songs for the thing, have the theme song thing, and then come out with the Jason beginning. When he comes through with the eye and the knife and do the Jason. Oh, I said, this is theatrical. They really did it like that. And so that's what I really liked about it.
Amazing kills.
Yeah, the kills were great. And like me and Red say, they had the fake Donald Sutherland mug in here. Everything. Oh, that's Sutherland. He was the captain. And we love talking about that. McLaughlin.
Who was the main girl in this? What was her name? Actress.
I forget her name off. Jennifer Cook.
Okay.
What am I talking about? I know about Friday the 13th. Yeah, Jennifer Cook was she was a star of this one.
I try to give you on the spot one.
Yeah, and also a movie that I didn't have in here, and it could have been in here, Return of the Living Dead. It has a star at Tom Matthews. Tom Matthews is in here. He plays Tommy Jarvis.
Wow.
A role that was that was earlier done by who else? Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Right. We know that one. But great movie. I love it. I love its theatrical presence and whatnot. And it had Roger Rose in here, a little small tidbit. A lot of people from back then, they knew who Roger Rose was, the VJ. And he had a small part in this too. And like I was saying earlier, Tom McLaughlin's wife, she was in this. She was the one that got killed at the beginning and had the American Express don't leave home without it. And you know who her husband was in that particular scene? Everybody knows from Metro Meyer Goldwyn. Goldwyn was in there. The mug that wound up playing the president and then in Scandal and this and that and the other. And he's been in tons of movies and whatnot. Yeah, Goldwyn was in that movie. Okay, so that was my number 4 right there from 1986, Jason Lives. Now, I got to take a step back and to the side, and my number 3rd pick right here, Without Warning. Without Warning was a great classic movie, also from 1980. It was basically the outline for Predator. Yeah, you didn't see that one. The outline for Predator. And where somebody comes and he hunts and preys on people.
Really?
Yes.
Alien creature.
Now I gotta see this.
Yeah, and he throws the yeah. It's kind of
one of your favorite TV actors in this movie.
Yeah, there's a few people in this movie. There's 2 Academy Award winners. There's Martin Landau from Space 1999 who won from Plan 9 and what's it called, Ed Wood.
He played the guy nobody believed.
Yeah, and also we have Jack Palance who won for City Slickers.
Wow.
He's in it as well. And
I never seen it.
when you take a look, you'll see a very, very young David Caruso. David Caruso is also in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, this movie is real good. It's once again it's an 80s like Prism staple.
I love it.
And there's been some discrepancies about whether the movie was cut or not, and this and that and the other. And it also has Cameron Mitchell in it. He was classic by that time. Everybody knew who he was.
Just like the brain that wouldn't die with the ending scene with the
bite and the spit, the meat. Yeah.
On the front porch where we never got to see. Supposedly there were scenes where he's throwing the suckers at you.
Yeah, what you did.
Hit your body, eat you, and there was just a couple little things they might have changed. They might have kept out for maybe in the European version, or they do that for different movies. They cut out.
Yeah, but this movie was classic. It also had Larry Storch
beautiful
in it,
nighttime prison movie.
Everybody was in that movie. Everybody was somebody. Oh, wow. And so
think about the stars that were in that movie. Just on the by the way.
Yeah,
horror movie.
Without Warning, classic movie. I love it. Now we down to my 2 movies left on this list. Number 2 might be some people's number 1.
This is my number 1.
I'm not going to argue with it. It's 1978, John Carpenter's Halloween. This movie, I mean, what do I need to say about this movie? Everybody knows about this movie.
Got everything in it.
And they know about this movie. And believe it or not, Bob can always remembers when I seen the movie.
Yeah, you were in high school, you went with your boys, you had to walk home.
Yeah, and I had to walk in the middle of the street because it was too scary.
Which I would have never done.
There was too many bushes. Too many bushes.
I would have never done that.
The night he came home and the night I was scared to come home.
Who was it? Who went with you?
No, I watched it down the street at James's house.
When you went to the theater?
I had to walk up the street, and I had to walk in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, that was good. But everybody, I don't need to say much about Halloween because we know all about Halloween. It was a classic movie. John Carpenter, Deborah Hill, they did their thing there. Yeah, P.J. Souls, obviously, Jamie Lee Curtis.
How many killings in that movie? 3,
Not
right?
that many, but no blood. Like the blood was like.
And you didn't need it. It was scary enough.
Really,
Michael.
What's the scariest part of the movie? What was your terrified you? What? Give me one part of that movie that terrified you.
Let me think about it. I don't know. Maybe the breathing, the heavy breathing
on the phone.
Yeah. Now when he's in the back seat of the car, he comes up and he boom and he gets in and he chokes her. Yeah. No. like I said, no blood, no real nothing, but it's scary. And everybody loves the classic thing where she's sitting there resting, and they thinking he's knocked out, he's dead, and he does the get up and then the turn. Oh man!
You know the one I like. My sister took me to see that at a drive-in theater. What scared me was when he went over the balcony when he shot. You thinking, okay, he's done. That's it. They look over the balcony, he was gone.
And the music played.
I cried.
And
I said, I want to go home.
Jamie Lee Curtis looks at Donald Pleasance, and then she starts to tremble.
She knew.
She knew that he was gone. And that boy, like what they said, you can't kill the boogeyman.
The boogeyman.
Wow.
Yeah. So so that was great.
That's to me is number one.
Yeah.
But your number one, we don't see it yet.
But
it's just amazing.
Here we go now with my number one horror movie of all time, 1982. Milliside is where I seen this movie at, and my mom's boyfriend at the time took me and my friend Randy to see it, and that is The Thing.
Yes.
John Carpenter, back to back. What are you saying? What?
Yes.
It shows you where he got his groove on at. Yeah, I love that. The Thing was a great movie. Everybody knows it's set in Antarctica, wherever, where it's super cold. And
I love that, being trapped somewhere.
And this is one of the movies that they credit as one of the best practical effect movies ever. Because after you see the other things in 2011, oh my God.
Who was the
CGI is a no-go.
Who's the special effects guy on it?
Oh, no, I don't know. It's just practical effects. I don't remember that right now. But the bottom line is, this movie was classic. It was good. It had a nice cast in it. Yep. And I'd be remiss right now if it didn't give a special rest in peace shout out to my man TK Carter.
Yeah.
You was wonderful.
Yes,
I met you. I met you at the convention. You were wonderful. You treated me and my friends with class and style. I appreciate it, brother. You will always be remembered. Never forgotten.
Our boy Keith David.
Keith David, we also met. We met Keith David, and obviously the star of the show, Kurt Russell. And yes, The Thing is classic. They still talk about it to this day. Who is The Thing? Is somebody The Thing at the end? They're trying to say Russell gave him gasoline and he drunk it like it was nothing. We don't know. There's some people say that you don't see child's breath and you do, so you don't know. You don't really know.
Nobody knows.
Every
That's
time,
the way to leave it ending.
Yeah, and every time John Carpenter shows up at a convention, and just recently, I think a couple weeks ago, and they asked him, and he was like, nah. Now, speaking of that, John Carpenter's birthday is coming up soon. And that's why we had Frosty Frozen Fright Night. And the first movie we watched outside was The Thing.
Yes.
Yep. And that was classic.
So they outclassed the original, no problem.
Yeah, well, the original was a different movie in the 50s, it just whatever. But I love that movie too. We have Old School Saturdays. That's a classic movie. That's one of the movies were a good movie, and they just made a better movie based on the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, so so that's my top 10, y'all. But I want to give you a few of my honorable mentions. Okay, we have The Horde, which was a classic movie that we found later in life. That was like 2008, 2009, 2000 movie. And it was great. We picked it up one day at the video store, watched it. We done seen it 3 or 4 times. They even had a surprise birthday party for me, and they showed that movie. It was a great movie. I recommend if you didn't see it, to see it.
Okay.
Another movie is The Prowler. Classic movie. Dude coming home from the military, getting duped and whatever, and he just winds up just going on a rampage and killing. Another classic movie that you can't be a horror fan and not have seen it. You got to go ahead and see it.
Right.
Then we got Pieces. Pieces is another good movie. That is another.
You introduced me to that. I didn't know nothing about that.
Straight horror.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing
about
that.
Matter of fact, Des, we watched that movie here. Mm-hmm. Me, you, Pete. Yep. There was a couple of us here. Remember that one night we actually had a special engagement. We watched Pieces here.
Is that the one with the little boy?
Well, at the beginning, at the very beginning, but he's done after that. He's putting the joint together. Yeah, the little boy at the beginning. That movie was crazy. That
was crazy.
Christopher George, he was spooky movie, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of those old classics. I don't like a whole lot of foreign horror movies and whatnot.
Right.
But that movie
Twitching
was
the
good.
death nerve.
Yeah, that, and I'll just throw out Demons out there. The first Demons from '85 was great too. I could give that a quick mention. We had Motel Hell, which was another cable movie, cable for there. 1980 Motel Hell.
Creep me out.
Yeah, Vincent's fritters and stuff. They was just chopping people up and having people eating them as sausages. That joint was awful.
That's a classic cable movie.
Lane Joyce, Wolfman Jack, and my girl Roseanne Caton was in that. A playmate from the 70s. Wonderful. Yeah, the Motel Hell, another movie we watched outside. That was one of our early Camp Crystal Lake movies.
Yes.
That was good. So, Motel Hell. Another one real quick, Dog Soldiers. That's a werewolf movie.
Yes.
Another recent movie.
That's a goodie.
That's a real goodie. Like if you just want to see straight horror and carnage and
Guts
stuff like
and
that.
blood, attack,
yeah,
violence,
Violence,
top notch.
fighting, everything.
Yeah, you watch.
Had everything.
Yeah, you watch Dog Soldiers.
Yeah.
And of course, I had to throw Friday the 13th as the honorable mention. I have one on the list, but Friday the 13th, 1980 is one of the original ones that got it started. Sean Cunningham seen Halloween come out, and he said, "Yo, let's rip that joint. Let's do something." He went through the calendar. He looked. He said, then. He said, how about Friday the 13th? So he told my boy Victor.
How many of those people did you meet from the Friday the 13th series?
I don't know, about 10 of them, I guess. But
How about from that movie, the original Friday the 13th? How many did you meet? You meet the
nah,
mom,
yeah,
right? The mom?
Oh, yeah, me and the mom hit it off. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, Betsy Palmer, me and the mom hit it off.
Was it Adrian King in that one?
We had a good one. Did I meet King? And we had King.
She's a survivor from that first one, right?
Yeah, who else? Amy Steele.
Amy Steele. She's the survivor. I got her mixed up. Amy.
Yeah.
Okay. Adrian something, that other girl.
Yeah, King.
Adrian King, yeah.
Yeah, King there.
King?
Yeah, but anyway, Friday the 13th, so he said, I'm going to rip it off. And then he said, yo, and this, that, and the other. And they looked at it, and Victor Miller looked, and they figured it out. They said, you know what? I'm going to rip off Carrie, too. So that's where you had the end part where she's in the canoe chilling.
Yeah.
And then Jason comes out.
Great ending.
Yeah. Yeah, that was because
Left it open-ended, so we'll be back. We're going to be coming back.
That was because of Carrie.
Came back and back.
But anyway, that's pretty much where I'm at, though. But anybody y'all want to mention a movie that y'all might have listed that's not on my list?
My Bloody Valentine.
My Bloody Valentine, 82, I believe.
Oh, I love that. He's down there. The guy with the... What's he got? What is that tool again? Like the mining
the
tool?
hammer. Yeah.
What is that? The pickaxe. That's it.
Yeah.
He's got the pickaxe and the mask. Ooh, that's another beautiful cable 80s one that was wonderful. I know you like that too.
Yeah, I know. Yo, I ain't hate on too many horror movies.
One question I have for you. Prom Night. I know that's one of your favorites. That didn't get on there for some reason. What was the reasoning for not making it?
Because
I know you love Prom Night.
It's just as good as these movies, but you got to stop somewhere. I could sit here for 4 hours, 10 hours, and give you horror movies that I like.
Probably should have did a top 25 for you.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, now Prom Night was good. Another 1980 movie. How about you, Dad? What's the movie
on there?
What's a horror movie that you like that you pop on? I know you like. How about a vampire movie? We're gonna get Dad in here to do a top 10 vampire movies. But just give me a taste of something. Give me a taste of something. Now, you like John Carpenter. Speaking of John Carpenter's Vampires.
30 Days a Night.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's my favorite.
That's her wheelhouse, y'all. That's
American Werewolf in London. Did you see that before?
That's my movie.
That's a good one, isn't it?
That's a good one.
Another movie I seen at the Fox. All right, Des, did you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Dawn of the Dead.
All right, Dawn of the Dead, yeah. I like the whole Dead series, but Dawn was good,
They really are good, but Dawn of the Dead was good. Very good.
Remember the scene where they went to the bank and they said, just in case, they took the cash out?
Yeah, just in case you blow that.
Just in case it comes back, everything comes back in order.
Rather be safe than sorry.
You better be sorry.
That's good. And since we're talking about horror movies, another horror movie, like a recent horror movie that we seen that for Council Appreciation Night.
Yes.
Holiday movie we just talked about, Friday the 13th, is Thanksgiving. Oh man, the killings were wonderful.
Wonderful.
Oh man, we dug that, like you said, with
it's a top 5 automatically for me now. It jumped up.
Yeah. I mean,
it's really good.
I think they got one coming out soon. Hopefully it'll come out this year, God willing and whatnot. But that movie, oh man, I couldn't stop. I mean, the killings was great. And Des mentions my favorite scene. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah,
the storyline. Oh yeah, the storyline was good because they had the fake Walmart. Yes. They had the Black Friday. They incorporated that because Black Friday's right after Thanksgiving. Yes. So it worked out perfectly.
Right off the bat, they didn't let you wait.
Yeah,
they jumped on you right on the bat.
And it was great.
It was coming out. Yeah, so that's a great recent horror movie.
All right, I'll ask you one more question, Craig. Made for TV horror movies.
All right, well, that's hard because you're hitting me all off on the fly, but the one thing I'm going to say that I thoroughly enjoyed was early 1970s with Jennifer Salt, Cornell Wilde, and Bernie Casey, Gargoyles.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Gargoyles was so good.
What was
It
that?
really
ABC,
was.
CBS?
Yeah, one of those
One
joints.
of
I don't know,
those
but
things. I did,
BBC, but early
I
70s.
didn't think anybody seen that.
Oh
Yeah,
no, that joint was classic. Yo,
I
yeah,
liked it.
go watch that. We're
I
going to put
really
that on the
liked
docket.
I got to see that then.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got to see
you
that.
got to see Gargoyles. Bernie Casey,
Yeah.
like I said, Cornell Wilde and Jennifer Salt from Soap.
One more
She was
question.
Soap. Go
The
ahead.
Piranha with Lee Majors. Was that made for TV?
That's Killer Fish. I'm
Killer
not
Fish,
sure.
okay.
But now that you said that, I actually didn't mention Piranha. That's another one of my favorite movies. 1978.
Yes.
Cable favorite again.
Yes, and that's how I saw most of the stuff, like on cable. Yes.
That was Killer Fish. I saw that at a friend's, and I didn't take a shower. I didn't want to go near the water that night.
Bradford Dillman, Heather Menzies, Kevin McCarthy. Oh, it was a great movie. Yeah. I was remiss for not mentioning that. I'm sorry, but yeah.
I got one last one that
All
I'm
right.
really shocked isn't on there for you because I know it's one of your favorites. Killer Shrews.
Oh yeah, but I didn't go to 50s. Matter of fact, you paid homage to it. There it is, right
It
there.
is right here.
The Killer Shoes T-shirt.
I know that's one of your favorites.
Oh, see what it is I have since I'm from that old school. I got the power to do like a top old school joint.
You're gonna have to do a top. You're gonna have to do a top ten.
I'll get the Shrews, the Creature, the Invasion of the Saucer Man, all of that. Those are my classics. The Deadly Mantis. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, we good. So yeah, we'll save that for another video.
Yes.
But anyway, I want to thank Desiree King for coming out, my homegirl, my boy Bobby Soul, and you know what it says as always. Let me get it right this time. This is the curator of Camp Crystal Lake and the proprietor of MANTA'S Video. Until we meet again, my peoples, I'm out.